Would you mind? Well, I'm actually going to have you be the vet. It's just that you have an immediate veterinary quality. I won't ask you to do very much. Just sit right there and... Oh, would you mind if I borrowed your coat? Ah, thank you very much. Thank you. So this is the needle, and inside is a dose large enough to put Sherlock to sleep forever. Go ahead. As you injected the needle into his thigh, I stroked his little head. And I thought about the walk we'd had that morning. I thought about the smell of him in my room, his toys in the garden, even his bed under the stairs. All the things that could now be forgotten. A list of Every Brilliant Thing by Duncan McMillan. Now, usually it's my mom who picks me up from school, and usually she's on time. But this time it's Dad, and well, it's late. When we got to the hospital, I went straight to the corner and I started writing a list. A list of every brilliant thing. 1, ice cream. 2, water fights, and 3, staying up past midnight to watch TV. Mom didn't come home for a week or so. So I spent my days adding to the list. 107. Flowers. 261. Peeing in the pool. When nobody knows. Cereal boxes, carving them into fruit. Even something as simple as rearranging the fridge magnets. For a couple of months, the list became my sole focus. 6,363. A happy marriage. Mr. Grump, how come you have a table with all these little bottles on it?
You ask a lot of questions, don't you?
That's what my mom tells me.
Look, you bet.
Like, Bobby! Bobby! Bobby!
I know! I know! I've heard her!
Mr. Grump, don't you need water to take with those pills? My mom needs water when...
They're for my hips and knees!
Oh, but my dad. Oh, my dad is so cool. He can take them dry. Can I get...
No! No! Don't worry about it.
But I don't really have any friends. Maybe we can make a fort in your attic. Mr. Grump, do you ever get lonely?
Lonely? I don't have time for lonely.
You know what I do when I get lonely?
What's that?
I come over here. I'm Mr. Golden Leg, and you are...
Grump. Forrest Grump.
What can I help you with?
I came here to put a stop to you from poisoning all the healthy trees on Earth, Golden Leg.
You're too late, Grump. I've already taken over this park, and you can't stop me from taking over the world.
Bang! 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 Bang!
Swab on the deck, Captain.
His mom would call him, and he would leave me.
Bobby!
And I'd get lonely. And I realized I really did miss him.
This is Mission Control. How you doing out there?
All I do is sit on my front porch in my rocker, and to think I haven't had a friend like that since.
Would you mind? I'm actually going to have you be the vet. It's just that you have an immediate veterinary call. I won't ask you to do very much. Just sit right there. Would you mind if I borrowed your coat? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. So you're the vet, and I'm me as a 7-year-old boy, and this is Sherlock Holmes. I know you because you're one of the parents from school, and you say something like, "You're doing the right thing. It's not a moment too soon." So this is the needle, and inside is a dose large enough to put Sherlock to sleep forever. Go ahead. As you injected the needle into his thigh, I stroked his little head. And I thought about the walk we had that morning. I thought about the smell of him in my room, his toys in the garden, even his bed under the stairs. All the things that can now be forgotten. He became lighter or heavier, I'm not sure, but that was my first experience with death. A loved one becoming an object and being taken away forever. Until the day I was picked up late from school and taken to the hospital, which is where my mom was. Suicide. Webster's dictionary defines suicide as the act or an instance of taking one's own life voluntarily and intentionally. But one aspect of this definition that it fails to recognize is exactly who it affects. For not only does it affect the individual, but their loved ones as well. This cannot be understood any better than in the story of Johnny Donahoe, a boy who finds out at a very young age that his mother is attempting to take her own life. In order to cope with this, he creates a list. A list of all the things that he believes make his mom happy. A list of all the amazing things he sees in his world every day. A list of Every Brilliant Thing by Duncan McMillan.
Now, 2 water fights, and 3 staying up past midnight to watch TV. Mom didn't come home for a week or so. So I spent my days adding to the list. 107. Wow. 261. Peeing in the pool. When nobody knows. I
read it through. Number 1, ice cream. The younger me was so much better at this. The younger me was hopeful. Naive, of course, but hopeful. Once I got to the end, I decided to continue from where I'd left off. 315. The smell of old books. 316. Winning something. The next morning, I stood at the edge of my mom's bed and I read the list out loud to her. And she just walked out. I started leaving Post-it notes around the house, trying to get her attention. Oh, on the door, 1,234. Piglets. Oh, on her bed, number 2,863. Falling asleep. Every day I'd walk in to find a small stack of Post-it notes on my desk. I decided to become more inventive. I started leaving messages on the inside of shoes or cereal boxes, carving them into fruit, even something as simple as rearranging the fridge magnets. For a couple of months, the list became my sole focus. 6,363. A happy marriage. I started to become really bothered by the fact that my mom no longer loved my dad. I decided to put the thought out of my head and continue with the list. 8,234. Cycling downhill. Eventually, I woke up to see that I had made it to 9,999. Sunday, the week before I left for college, I gave the list to my mom in the hopes that she'd have a change of heart. When I returned that Christmas, I found the list neatly folded back in its envelope on my desk. I still don't know whether or not she'd ever read it. That Christmas was quiet. Difficult, but quiet. After New Year's, Dad drove me back up to university. That night, when I walked through the door, I got the call. She finally did it. I wasn't there for the last time. Neither was my dad, but the neighbors had complained about the smell, and eventually the police cut through the garage door, only to find a hose pipe through the driver's side window. There was a pen and paper on the passenger seat, reading, "Dear John, I'm very sorry that I have to say goodbye like this, but I have no choice. I know someday you'll grow up to be a strong, successful, handsome man. Thank you for the list, but for all the good that you find in this world, it could never outweigh the tortures of mine. I just wish that there was some better way that I could say goodbye. I love you."
And I neglected to mention that all of our finalists on stage have earned a bid to Nighthawk in duet today. In the Champs Final, finishing in 6th from Elwin Murdoch, Josh Lockman, and Cabby Mumford. In 5th from York, Grace Sinsel and Caitlin Finney. In 4th from David City, Carter Ocean and Josh Escamilla. In 3rd from Norfolk, Ethan Carlson and Skylar Googles. In 2nd from Raymond Central, Matthew Jackson and Ellen Dexter. Meaning your 2018 duet acting champions from David City, Jackson Harden and Will Heller. In the honors final, in 6th from David City, Carter Ocean. In our merit final, in 6th from Columbus Lakeview, Madison Schwartz. In 5th from David City, Carter Ocean. In 4th from Falls City, Kaylee Santora. In 3rd from Milford, Tatum Yandra. In 2nd from Aquinas Catholic, Hayden Schwang. And winning the merit final today, from Millard West, Joanna Bai.